I just remembered the book I picked for this. Okay. Hello, my shiny bays. Hello, my besties. Before we begin, hold on, let's get some fuel in us. Here we go. Hold on, everybody. Okay, why is that not? Okay. Ta-da! That took us a little bit longer than it should have, but it's fine. Here we go. This new Alani flavor, not sponsored. However, I wish. Alani, hit me up. The strawberry, like this is the pink flush. It's like strawberry shortcake kind of thing. This one in orange. Oh my goodness me. I want it injected in my veins. Anyway, we all know I love Taylor Swift, okay? I feel like this is nothing new to you guys, and I'm nothing new. Okay, sorry. That's the final joke. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is a Taylor video. I'm gonna make jokes as we go, okay? Come on now. I will bring up Taylor Swift in any situation. I will make up an excuse to bring her up, okay? You say the word Taylor, I'm immediately thinking Swift. There's no other Taylors out there for me, okay? Taylor Lautner, sorry, Team Edward. Okay, that was the final joke. I swear. No, I don't. Anyway. So, obviously, as soon as the Torture Poets Department album came out, I was immediately there. I was up all night, and I did listen to the full thing all month, okay? All month, that's all I've been listening to is Torture Poets Department. Now, this album has, it's a double album. So, we got the first 16 songs, and then you've got songs after that. I am going to be giving you a book rec, one book rec for each song on the Torture Poets Department, album 1, okay? We're not doing album 2. If you enjoy this, maybe I will do a part 2 to it if you really like it, and then I'll give you book recs for the second part of the album, because or else this video would be way too damn long, okay? So, I've got 16 books here for the 16 songs in Torture Poets Department. I had to fully let this sink in, okay? I did this for Midnights. If you haven't watched that video, here it is. Go watch. So, you know, combining my love for Taylor and my love for books is my favorite thing to do. So here we are. I'm gonna give you a book rec for each song. Now, there are many books that came to mind when I was listening to the album, but I limited myself to one book because or else I would sit here and give you like 6 books per song, and that's just a bit ridiculous. You know what I mean? This video would be an hour long, and who wants that? Not me, not I. I limited myself to like the books that just really spoke to me, and I have reasons for all of them. So here we go. I'm gonna be playing a little bit of the songs, you guys, but we all know I can't play too much. I already told you once, I'll tell you again. Taylor already takes all my money. We don't need her to copyright this video as well, so. Anyway, also don't ask me favorites from the album because this is literally one of my favorite Taylor albums of all time. I can't pick favorites. I can pick them, but like, it's probably gonna be all of them. It's gonna be like 15 out of 16. Where do I start? I suppose I could start with track 1. Okay, so track 1, we've got Fortnight, okay? So, let's jam for a sec, shall we?
I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me. And for a fortnight there we were, and I love you. It's ruining my life.
Okay, that's enough. So, music is very subjective. It's kind of like book taste, you know, like we can all interpret it and take things from it that we want, which is what I love about music and books so much. So these are just the way I interpreted the songs. You can interpret it a different way and you can have different book recs. So these are just all my opinions. Mine are the only ones that matter because this is my channel, so fuck off. Fortnight to me is essentially about a love that you just cannot let go, okay? These people were together and they still feel deeply about each other, but they've since moved on, they haven't seen each other, and now they see each other again, they're neighbors, you know? That's essentially the story of Fortnight. Immediately what came to mind is 7 Days in June. Now, there's a lot of second chance romances, but 7 Days in June by Tia Williams is one of those that will never leave your brain if you read it. Trust me, okay? Search for trigger warnings, but this book is quite literally everything to me. First of all, both of them are writers, and they used to be lovers at one point in high school, and they've since broken up, haven't seen each other again, but they've been writing books about each other all these years. And then they run into each other again at like a writing conference, interview kind of thing. Literally listen to this quote from this book, y'all. Stop writing about me, you first. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, tell me that's not so Taylor Swift coded. Yes. So the reason why 7 Days in June, you know, it's pretty obvious, but why I thought of it for Fortnight is just because these two will not let go of each other. They love each other so deeply. And even though it's been so many years, they see each other and everything comes back and their love just will not let go, you know? For a fortnight there we were. Yes, please read. Now we've got the title track, you guys. Torture Poets Department, here we go. What happened? I'll tell you. Here we go. You left your typewriter in my apartment, straight from the Torture Poets Department. Like who uses typewriters anyway? But I've seen this episode and still love the show. And who's gonna I laughed in your face and said, you're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patti Smith.
This ain't the Chelsea Hotel. We're modern idiots.
Torture Poets Department. The title track. I feel like this one is very underrated. I will say I haven't seen a lot of people say it's their favorite, and I've been listening to this one nonstop. It's just, I cannot skip it for the life of me, okay? You put the song on and I'm listening. I'm listening no matter what mood I'm in. So to me, Torture Poets Department basically follows this very emotional and very heavy and deep romance, and it seems like it's between kind of two artists, two people that kind of understand either writing or songs or like books, whatever. They're artists in some way, and that just, like, as soon as I heard the song Before We Were Strangers came to mind by Renee Carlino. Basically, it's another second chance romance. And in this one, you have two characters that were together in college, and then they haven't seen each other again. And now they run into each other literally on the subway, like on a train. She's inside, he's outside, and he sees her and he's like, oh my God, and like runs after the train. And it's them like reuniting and seeing each other again. This book feels like the Torture Poets Department. I don't know how to explain it, but the aesthetic just gives me that. These two characters, they go to, I want to say NYU. I feel like I'm right. Yeah, NYU, and it's 15 years ago. And basically like the aesthetic of NYU back then, it's like a lot of like, you know, people just doing whatever the fuck they want. And both of them are artists because they find themselves through music and photography. I think she does music and he does photography, or vice versa, something like that. So it just gives you all of the feelings that Torture Poets Department does. Especially like some of the lyrics too, like you smoked, then ate 7 bars of chocolate. We declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. That's literally them in this book. Like they spend their nights just like going out, smoking together, eating, talking about life. And that's kind of what this song says, and then you lose that love, and it's them kind of trying to get it back. I'm telling you, okay? If you haven't read Before We Were Strangers, please, please, please do. And if you like Torture Poets Department, you will like this. I guarantee. No, I don't, but let's assume. You know what happens when you assume? Make an ass out of you and me. I remember when I first heard that, it was when I arrived in the United States. Not when I just arrived, but it was like when I got here, and then I heard you make an ass out of you and me with the assume thing. I thought it was so funny. Like, it was literally my favorite saying, and now I just don't think it's as clever as it used to be. But it was clever to me once upon a time in my little young and naive mind. Anyway, Before We Were Strangers, Renee Carlino. Next up, we've got a track that really grew on me, okay? When I first listened to this one, it wasn't my favorite. I really liked it, but it definitely wasn't a top 5 for me, and now I cannot stop thinking about it. It is My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys.
Here we go again. The voices in his head, all the rain to end our days of wild. My boy only breaks his favorite toys. I'm queen of sand castles he destroys.
Immediately what came to mind in this song. Okay, I know that later on, one of the lyrics that she says, right here, we could have played For Keeps this time. As soon as I heard For Keeps, I thought of Boys of Tommen, but this song doesn't give Boys of Tommen, okay? I just thought of Johnny and Shannon because of For Keeps, specifically just because of, can you see that? Just because of For Keeps, okay? But besides that, okay, just wanted to point that out because I know that my For Keeps girlies paid attention to that too. Anyway, I thought about ACOTAR, okay? Specifically A Court of Mist and Fury because it gives me like Feyre and Tamlin vibes of like My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, and just her in the beginning, like the first half of this book, going through it, like I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. Once I fix me, you're gonna miss me, and like all the nightmares and everything she was going through, and the fact that he would sleep, just yes. I don't need to talk about this because I already know you all have all read ACOTAR, okay? Like, I was the only person who hasn't, which, by the way, if you didn't watch my ACOTAR vlog, here's part 1 and 2. Go watch it. Anyway, just read it. Come on. You have to read the series in order, okay? So you have to read A Court of Thorns and Roses first, and then you go into A Court of Mist and Fury. But literally, My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys is this book. The first half, at least. Next up, we've got Down Bad.
Tell me I was the chosen one. Show me that this world is bigger than us. For a moment, I knew cosmic love.
Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have it. Might just die, it would make no difference.
Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up, I might stay down bad.
So, Down Bad, I feel like we don't even need to discuss what it means to me, because obviously it means she is down bad. Okay, she lost the love of her life. She's just not doing well. Okay, she's crying at the gym. Fuck it if she can't have him. And, Twisted Games? I feel like I don't talk about Twisted Games enough, and that's because I love Twisted Hate so much and Twisted Lies so much that I disregard Twisted Games a lot, and I really do like it. I don't know why I never talk about it. I think it's because I did get a little bored in this book, but once this book picks up, it really picks up, and I thought of Reese and Bridget immediately because in this book, like in the Twisted series, Reese is the only one who is pretty much perfect. He never fucks up. He's incredible. And Bridget and him are so down bad for each other. And the fact that they just can't be together because of the fact that she's a princess and all of that is princess? A queen. She's a queen. Let's relax. She's a queen, right? She becomes a queen. Something about a queen or a princess. She's royalty, okay? And he is not. He is a bodyguard. So you've got bodyguard and princess, queen kind of dynamic here. You've got forbidden. And it just gives me the down bad energy of like losing that person that you really just, you need in your life. And knowing that now you're just gonna be sad forever unless you have them. Like, fuck everything if you can't have this person. And that's just gives Twisted Games, trust me, okay? Maybe you should be down bad crying at the gym reading Twisted Games. You could be like her and read it upside down. She does that in one scene in the book, you guys. It's not a spoiler, don't worry, but like she's like paying attention to him because he looks like hot. He's like taking off his shirt or something, and she's like reading like this because she's looking at him. And he's like, the book is upside down, princess. Tell me that's not down bad. Code it. Come on. Now we've got track 5, okay? Taylor is notorious for her track 5s. They are all just so fucking good and painful and incredible, okay? And So Long London is no different. Bye, London. Toodaloo.
So long, London. I'm just
Getting color back into my face. Mad as hell cause I loved this place.
I stopped CPR after all, there's no use. Spirit was gone,
We would never come to, and I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free. So this is an angry, sad anthem about someone just being so fed up. Like, so it's tolerated basically, but like the aftermath, like she's not letting him tolerate it anymore. She's just like, so long, I'm done. And I'm so angry that I wasted all these years on you. How much did you think I could take? And that, oh my goodness me, you cannot argue with me if you've read this book, you get it. Come on now, first of all, yes, this series is in fact in London, but tell me that's not Magnolia and Beach. Like literally BJ just keeps screwing up, and she just doesn't know how much more she can take. And at one point, you know, in this series, this is not even really a spoiler, but she does leave London and she is mad because she loves it, but she just cannot be there anymore in the same place that he is. So Long London is them. It is them in a song. I will argue no more. No, I will take no arguments. I don't really want to tell you too much about this series if you haven't read it because it doesn't have like anything in the back. It just says, how many loves do you get in a lifetime? That's it. Just go in and read it. It's the Magnolia Park series by Jessa Hastings. This one is the first one, and then you have another Magnolia book, and then another Magnolia book. You have 3, and then you have Daisy Hates in between that you can read also if you'd like. I would recommend because I love all of them so much and I love the characters so much. This series is one of those that pisses me off, but also I love it deeply. Like these characters are everything to me, but they anger me like no other characters ever have, okay? So I don't really know why I love it. But they are So Long London. Trust me. You just have to trust me with all these. You know what I mean? Like you just have to listen to me and just trust me because we have a best friend friendship here. Okay, you know what I mean? Like we're supposed to trust each other. So do please. Thank you. Next up, we've got But Daddy, I Love Him, a classic.
for a simple girl to rise above it. They slammed the door on my whole world.
The one thing I wanted. Here we go, let's run.
I running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, my daddy, I love him. I'm heaven's baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your face.
But Daddy, I Love Him could be so many books, okay? Like so many books where they just don't approve of the relationship, they can't be together, whatever the deal may be. But the deeper meaning reminds me of The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. So The Graham Effect is the kids from Off Campus. So Off Campus is a series by Elle Kennedy. Talked about it. It's one of my first videos on this channel. And by one, I mean it is the first video on this channel. 2 years ago. That's crazy. Anyway, besides the point. Garrett and Hannah have a child and her name is Gigi. And this is her book. And it is her and her relationship with this guy, Ryder. And basically, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but her dad does not approve of their choices of the things that happen in this book. And she just does not care because she's like, I love him. I don't care that you don't approve of him. I don't care that he doesn't seem like a good guy. I don't care because he is and I love him. And in the end of But Daddy, I Love Him, they do end up together and it's like, you know, now my daddy loves him and now everybody sees how great our relationship is. And I'm just so happy. It's crazy that I'm his lady, you know? So it goes from like, But Daddy, I Love Him to now even my dad just loves him. And that is essentially The Graham Effect in a song, okay? I adore this book. It is definitely one of my favorites. I rated it 5 stars. I just read The Dixon Rule too and I liked that one, but this one is just... Yes, yes. If you want to read Elle Kennedy, you guys, like, I think you could read it in one sitting. It's just one of those books, like one of those authors that writes books that are so mindless and fun and get you so invested so quick too, that you can just like never stop reading. You can read until the end of time. Oh my God, look how cute. I didn't even remember I had that. How cute are they? Anyway. The Graham Effect, yes. Next up, we've got Fresh Out the Slammer. This is another one that grew on me. When I first listened to it, I was like, it's good, but I don't love it. Excuse me? What a liar I was. I love it so. It seems like it's gonna be like an old Western, but it's not. She fooled ya. Pranked.
Now, pretty baby, I'm running back home to you. Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be too. Fresh out the slammer,
He don't understand me.
it's gonna be alright.
I did my time. This book is one of those that you either love it or hate it. I've talked about it a lot because I personally absolutely love it. And Fresh Out the Slammer reminds me so much of these characters. It is a love letter to whiskey by Candy Steiner. These characters are the perfect definition of no matter how bad they are for each other, they will keep going back to one another throughout years. And that's kind of what Fresh Out the Slammer gives me. Fresh Out the Slammer kind of reminds me of a love like kindred spirits that are meant to be together, and that no matter what happens, they just come back to each other. And even though they can be with other people, they just don't understand them and get them quite as much as this other person does. So Fresh Out the Slammer, I know who my first call will be to, like no matter what. Like now, pretty baby, I'm running to the house where you still wait up and that porch light gleams to the one who says, I'm the girl of his American dreams. And no matter what I've done, it wouldn't matter anyway. Ain't no way I'm gonna screw this up now that I know what's at stake. So you guys, if you've read this book, you know what I'm talking about. And if you love Fresh Out the Slammer, if you love the feeling that song gives you, oh my goodness, okay? This follows B and Jamie, and the first like part is only in her POV, and then the last is in his. You have to read this specific version. Don't read the black and white version that's on Kindle. Read this one because you won't get the ending the same if you don't read this version. But anyway, it is that love that no matter what, they'll come back to each other. No matter what happens, these people are meant to be together. So just thinking about this book makes me want to cry. It's one of my favorites of all time. Like I said, a lot of people hate it. I understand. I completely do. It has every trope that I hate. It has a cheating trope, miscommunication, has right person, wrong time. I despise those tropes. And for some reason, this book just did it for me. I don't know if it's the writing. I don't know if it's just the way I connected to the characters. I don't know. But no matter how angry I got at them, I just loved it to no end. So, Fresh Out the Slammer, love letter to whiskey. Oh my God, did you guys see that Gracie and Taylor are gonna have a song together? Excuse me? It's called Us. And it's track 5 on Gracie's album. Oh my goodness. Also, this week, Billy's album comes out. Oh my God. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die dead. R.I.P. me, rest in peace me, hashtag. Next up, we've got Florida. Taylor wrote that song for me because I go back and forth between Milwaukee and Florida. So therefore, she wrote the song for me because I reside in Florida and Taylor wrote a song called Florida. So, of course, she wrote it with me in mind. No big deal.
You can beat the charges too. And my friends all smell like weed or a little baby.
Two very different things.
Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in.
Florida is one hell of a drug. Florida. So there's a lot of different ways that you can interpret Florida, I think, but to me it's kind of like you running away from something. In this song she kind of talks about, like, you know, I don't know, someone committing a crime and running away to Florida. That's kind of the vibe that it gives. So that's probably where the inspiration came from. But in my mind, it also goes for like relationships, like something going so horribly wrong in your life, like a bad breakup or something bad happening in your life and you running away to a place that you feel safe. And that reminds me of Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I'm so sorry. This is a special edition cover. I hate when I show you guys special edition covers and you're like, I can't find it on Amazon. It's because it's a special edition cover. I'm so sorry. I couldn't find my regular edition of Part of Your World. I'm sorry. This follows Daniel and Alexis, and this is a reverse age gap, opposites attract, small town romance. She is this like hotshot doctor and her life is just like stagnant. Like she's just going through the motions of the same thing different day. She doesn't really feel like she's living her life, you know? And then one day she meets Daniel in this small town and she starts to feel that place be home for her. And that's why it reminds me of Florida. It's not Florida. She doesn't go to Florida, but let's pretend it's Florida for the sake of this video. You know, if you haven't read Part of Your World, I highly recommend. Abby Jimenez is one of those authors that I think I'm gonna read every single thing by her. I've read Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the Summer, and those are just, I love all of them. Just for the Summer is probably my favorite, but I want to reread this one because it just, oh, I just love it so much. Anyway, they all kind of connect. I want to read the Happily Never After playlist by her. Let me know if you guys like that one. And if she has any other books, let me know because I will be running to it. Anyway, Florida, Part of Your World. Oh my God, are we halfway done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're halfway done. 8 down, 8 more to go. How exciting. Oh my God, we're really doing this. I'm so proud of us. I'm proud of me. I'm not proud of you. You haven't done shit. Come on, pick up some slack. We're supposed to be a team here. Next, we've got Guilty as Sin. Ooh, one of my favorites. Ooh, I love that song. What if he's written mine on my upper side, in my mind? Oh, what a way to die. I keep recalling things we never did without ever touching his skin. How can I be guilty as sin? I just remembered the book I picked for this. Okay, this is gonna seem like I'm fucking with you. It's gonna seem like I'm trolling with you, but I swear I have a reason. Guilty as sin essentially is like feeling guilty for the relationship you have, and like it's something forbidden and it's something you shouldn't be doing, but you want to do it so bad. It's just something you feel like you have to, even though you shouldn't be doing it. Okay, so obviously it reminds me of a forbidden romance. Now, I know that Guilty as Sin, there's a lot of references to religion, and it does seem like I'm making it does seem like I'm joking, but I swear it reminds me of Sinner by Sierra Simone. Listen. This book follows Sean Bell, and he is a sinner. Yep, he is basically the worst. He's a playboy. He's older. He loves to drink and fuck with women, and also do other things with women, fuck with, and then take out the with. Anyway, and his best friend's little sister is becoming a nun, and she's like, hey, before I become a nun, will you teach me all the things I'll be missing out on? And he's like, sure. Tell me that doesn't give Guilty as Sin. Okay, not even talking about the religion aspect. Obviously, like, the religion crumbs in that song also give, like, the same kind of vibe as this, and I understand a lot of people don't want to read this book because they feel like it'll be disrespecting religion in some way. I feel like it's quite the opposite. I think it explores religion and love and just different aspects of life in a way, but I do understand that it's not for everyone. So if you do not want to read this, I completely understand. But it gives me the same vibe as Guilty as Sin. Even ignoring all those things, even the forbidden aspect of their relationship in this, and the fact that it's so forbidden and that they shouldn't be together and that they feel so guilty, but they want to be doing it. Like, I love, I'm not a good man. I've never pretended to be. I don't believe in goodness or God or any happy ending that isn't paid for in advance. What do I believe in? Money, sex, Macallan 18. They have words for men like me. Playboy, womanizer, skirt chaser. Whoever calls somebody a skirt chaser. My brother used to be a priest and he only has one word. Sinner. Dun, 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 dun. It could also be like, Guilty as Sin could also go for like saint or priest as well, but just Sinner is probably the one that reminds me most of. So if you don't mind those things that I said, search up your trigger warnings, but this book is phenomenal in my opinion. Oh my God, next is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. One of my favorite songs of all time, Argue with a Wall. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? Come on.
The who's who of who's that is poised for the attacks. You don't get to tell me about sad. If you wanted me dead, you should have just said. So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street. The party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid of little old me? You should be.
A lot of fantasy books I feel like could go for this song, and I heard a lot of people say Throne of Glass, but I haven't read Throne of Glass yet, so I unfortunately cannot say that. I'm so sorry. So it reminds me of Juliet from Shatter Me. You guys, I was tame, I was gentle till the circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks, we've took out all her teeth. Who's afraid of little old me? So tell me everything is not about me, but what if it is? They didn't do it to hurt me, but what if they did? Who's afraid of little old me? You should be. Come on, okay, Juliet. The fact that she was put down so much and she was imprisoned and they just did not want to let her go, and she discovers her power and it's like, who's afraid of me? You all fucking should be, because of the things I can do. You have to read the entire Shatter Me series if you want to read this one. I picked up Ignite Me because it's my favorite, but you have to read Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me. There's novellas in between. It's a whole shebang. I actually haven't even read the last two yet. And everybody's been asking because I've done vlogs for the entire Shatter Me series, by the way, if you want to go watch it. But I just, I don't really know what happened. I guess I have no explanation. I'm sorry. But anyway, Juliet, who's afraid of little old me? You should be. Next, we've got, well, first we've got a sip. still alive, but I'm barely breathing. Oh my God, also, The Summer I Turned Pretty, it just said it's coming out summer 2025. 2025, do you hear me? 2025, not 4, 5. What in the fuckery fuck? How do they think I can wait that long? I am barely hanging on as we speak. Anyway, besides the point, I can fix him, no really I can.
They shake their heads saying God help her when I tell him he's my man. But your good Lord doesn't need to lift a finger. I can fix him, no, really I can.
Okay, so I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can reminds me of every single dark romance book that's ever existed, okay? So that entire shelf is I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can coded. But more specifically, Kill Switch by Penelope Douglas. Because you have in this book Winter and Damon, and she is such a good girl, and he's such a bad boy, and they've known each other their whole lives, and he even goes to jail because of her. So, but she's still like, you know what? I can fix him. Like, my guy has basically no redeeming qualities, but she manages to find them, okay? So they just remind me of I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. And you know what? She kind of can. He's good to her. He's a good man, Rebecca, to her. Sometimes. And especially the part where it's like, you know, they shake their heads, God help her, when I tell them he's my man. That literally reminds me of just Winter, like, telling people that she's with Damon and people being like, ooh, what, girl, you sure? Like, if she was my best friend in real life, I'd be like, excuse me, what? I am calling the police. Anyway, but I do love this book, so search for trigger warnings, but Kill Switch. I don't like Corrupt and Hideaway in that series, but I love Kill Switch and Nightfall, so do with that information what you will. Now we've got probably one of the saddest songs in the history of songs, and you know what? I live for it. I wake up and breathe this song in, and even though it's so sad, it makes me have a good day. I don't know what that says about me, but sad music just does it for me every damn time, okay? We've got LOML. Just feel it in your bones.
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flame? We were just kids, babe. I said I don't mind. It takes time if you know it in one. It's legendary, and I go from one kiss to getting married. Never quite married. You suit and tie, low down boy. You stand up, guy. Holy Ghost, you told me I'm the love of your life.
This song reminds me of a lot of different books, I'm not gonna lie, but the one that just comes to mind is one that I don't even have in my possession right now, but it is Full Tilt by Emma Scott. Let me tell you. Specifically the part where it's like, you know, you tell me I'm the love of your life and we just like we're not gonna have a happy ending. I can't talk about this book without sobbing. Specifically the part at the end where she says, you're the loss of my life. Read this book at your own risk. It will take your heart out and stomp on it and throw it away. So let's move on. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Next, we've got probably my favorite song in the album if I had to pick just one, just because I deeply relate to it, okay? This is just a song that gets me to my core, and it's I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
1, 2, 3. 'Cause I'm a real tough kid, can handle my shit. Said, baby, gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Camera bitch smile, even when you wanna die. He said he loved me all his life. Life was too short, breaking down, I hit the floor. Pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. 'Cause I can do it with a broken heart. I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday every day.
Need to breathe. When did I get all this energy, you guys? I don't know where this energy came from, but it needs to leave me immediately. We're gonna relax, okay, you guys? We're not gonna be jumping around anymore. Here we are. We are in our relaxing phase. Relaxing era. Anyway, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. It's Daisy Calloway. It is literally Daisy Calloway. You do not say any words. I don't want to hear arguments from you. Oh my God, it's gonna rain. How nice. I should lay and read. I can't, but I really want to. Technically, I'm still working if I read. You guys, I'm obsessed with Maxton Hall on Prime Video. Have you guys watched it? And The Idea of You, have you watched it? Oh my God. Oh my God. I need the books from Maxton Hall to be translated into English immediately so I can read it. I saw someone said that it was translated to Portuguese. I couldn't find it because I would read it. I couldn't find it. So anyway, go watch Maxton Hall and go watch The Idea of You. So besides the point, as I was saying, Hot House Flowers. So Daisy Calloway, if you read the Addicted Calloway Sisters series, I have a whole video on the Addicted Calloway Sisters series, how to read it, what order, what the books are about. So go watch that if you want any details, because I'm not going to bore you with anything more since I talk about this 24/7. But Daisy Calloway is that song, okay? Like, I'm so depressed. I act like it's my birthday every day. Like, I'm so obsessed with him, but he avoids me, like, up until Hot House Flower, where I kept avoiding her and, like, not wanting to give her the time of day, and she was just in love with him. And then, you know, she cries a lot, but she's so productive. You know you're good when you can do it with a broken heart. And that just is so her and everything she goes through, and the fact that she puts up this facade for other people so she doesn't upset anyone. Daisy Calloway, the gal that you are, I love you so much. That is literally the character I relate to the most in any book ever. So I don't want to hear shit about Daisy Calloway, okay? I don't want to fucking hear it. So I could do it with a broken heart because I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit. They said, but you gotta fake it till you make it. And I did. Shakespeare could never. My God, we're almost done. We only have 2 left. I've had so much fun doing this. I'm gonna have to do part 2 of the album, aren't I? Just because this is just so fun. Anyway, next up, Smallest Man Who Ever Lived.
And I don't even want you back, I just want to know if rusting my sparkling summer was the goal. And I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived?
Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed? Were you writing a book? Were you a sleeper cell spy? Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Funny story by Emily Henry. Another one that I don't have in my proximity due to the fact that for some reason I never got it. I read the arc on my Kindle and then I never went to go get the hardback of Funny Story. And it's one of my favorite books and for some reason I don't have it. I will have it. Just you wait. Anyway, funny story. This book, it's a funny story. Listen, I'm sorry. It was right there and I had to do it. I'm sorry. Anyway, this book literally follows 2 people, Daphne and Miles, and they both get broken up with. Daphne literally right before she's supposed to get married, her soon-to-be husband leaves her for his best friend, who is Miles's girlfriend. And now she and Miles are gonna live together kind of for the summer, and they're kind of gonna fake date to piss the exes off. So, Smallest Man Who Ever Lived is literally Daphne and Miles to their exes, and the fact that they put them through so much for no fucking reason at all, like, fuck you. Anyway. Like, and I don't miss what we had. I just wanna know, like, was your goal to fucking ruin my life? And you're the smallest man who ever lived, and I don't even want to be together, but I just want to give you this message, you know? So Funny Story is literally them. It's one of my favorite Emily Henry books of all time. I adore it. Like, Beach Read is probably still #1, but Funny Story is just right up there with it. That's how much I loved it. Is her name Daphne? I think her name is Daphne. If I'm wrong, could you imagine if I literally said her name's Daphne and her name is, like, not Daphne? I really feel deep in my bones that it is, but let me look. Daphne. Yes. Daphne and Miles. I was right. And the exes are Peter and Petra. Petra reminds me of Jane the Virgin. And Peter. Peter and Petra. Annoying names. Anyway, Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Funny Story. Next up, we've got another one of my personal faves, The Alchemy. This happens once every few lifetime.
What if I told you I'm back? The hospital was a drag. Worst sleep that I ever had. I circled you on a map. I haven't come around in so long.
Ready?
When I touch down, call the amateurs and cut it from the team. Clowns get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. The sign on your heart says it's still reserved for me.
Who are we to fight the alchemy? I Say You Swear by Megan Quinn. This is Megan Brandy, not Megan Quinn. Megan Brandy. This is another special edition. I'm so sorry. Once again, my Say You Swear is literally right. Where is it? In my defense, I don't know where my original copy of Say You Swear is, but here's the special edition that I will take any chance to show because I made it. Anyway, Say You Swear. First of all, this is a sports romance. So obviously, The Alchemy has a bunch of sports references in it and a bunch of football references. So this is a football romance, of course. That's right there. You know, that's right there, right in front of your face. But the true reason why this reminds me of The Alchemy is the vibes that it gives, okay? You gotta trust the vibes. And just the lyrics of, like, I don't want to spoil it, but the lyrics of, what if I told you I'm back? The hospital was a drag. I circled you on a map. Just. And, like, shirts off and your friends lift you up over their heads. Beer sticking to the floor. Cheers chanted because they said there was no chance trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me. And the fact that in this book acts like she's literally the trophy. Like, she is the prize. She is what his life is made of. Just trust me, okay? This is a love triangle, but you are going to be one team and one team only. And if you are not, I simply can't talk to you. We can't be friends. Read this book. Read this book. It's going to be a little sad, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And lastly, we've got the last song in the album. I'm sad that this video is almost over, but you know what? It's about time. Here we go. Clara Bow. This is me playing guitar.
You look like Clara Bow in this light. Remarkable. ball.
There was only one book that I could put for this song, and it is another one I don't have in my hands. I'm so sorry, but it is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This song is essentially about like a famous actress, a famous person, a famous star, and going through the limelight and being in that position. And that is literally Evelyn Hugo. Like, that's all she ever wanted. And then once she got up there, she saw what it was all really about. You guys, Evelyn Hugo is one of the best books of all time. It's a great listen, also on audio if you want. And it's becoming, I want to say it's becoming a movie soon, but it could be also a TV show. I could be lying. I'm not really sure. But it really reminds me of Clara Bow, Evelyn Hugo. Yes, yes, yes. That's all, friends of mine, shoddy bays, besties. I love you so. Hope you enjoy this. I'm literally losing my mind a little bit. I'm getting like too hyped up. I need to go do some activities. Like, I need to go like do some cartwheels or something. Also, I'm exhausted from dancing with I Can Deal With a Broken Heart. And that's one song. I'm trying to imagine how Taylor does it every night to so many songs. Like, is she Superwoman? Yes or no? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Anyway, here are all the books. Hold on. Yay! Here's the finale. Tell me your fave song from the album or your fave book that you got from this video. Let me know if you want to see a part 2 to the rest of the album, and I will work on it. I take this very seriously, so it might take me a while, but stay tuned. If you want it, I'll do it. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have such a good day.